Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are just going to go ahead and take it easy on the live stream. We're going to run through of the Misty Valley, answer a lot of questions. What's going on, Motaz? Thank you for joining me tonight. So as you can see, we're at 15 million gold. We're at 15,000 diamonds. If you guys have not seen lately, we have gotten a lot of codes. Right after Lilith was saying no more codes, no more redemption codes. They're going to do away with redemption codes. I believe we have gotten 5 codes in total over the last couple days. So kind of crazy with the redemption codes coming out of the gate after they said we were not going to have any more. So go ahead, we'll collect up our loot here. We'll go through our dailies with fast trade. I always do fast trade once. As you can see, we got an emblem, got some po coins. I always do it twice to get a little more po coins. A lot of times you find stones in here and I find mythic gear. What's going on, Minty? Here we'll go ahead, got 30/30, so maximum for dailies. Twisted Realm, of course, we just finished it. We got 648 diamonds, so definitely getting a lot of diamonds out of there. 438 Twisted Essence and 1,300 po coins, which is always very, very nice to get. So we'll go through. We're just going to do our quick attack here. Oh, watching the old pay-to-win videos. It's definitely getting there. I mean, we're in 29. We're almost into 30. If we really push progression today, I think we could make it into 30. Bounty board, just because of my level, I have a lot more bounty quests, as you can see. So we go ahead, we complete these. We still do need essence, which is good. Diamonds we get for quite a bit. Always use the rare stones as we need food on this account, as always. What's going on, Moochie? So here we are, rank 41. Haven't really pushed very much in this PvP, in the regular arena. I usually wait until we get to the very end of the season, the last day or so, and then we'll push arena. As you can see here, we're 53 in this one, which is doing pretty good. Getting a lot of coins out of here, which is nice. King's Tower, we're on 404. So we finally broke the 400 mark on the King's Tower, which is nice. Definitely have to push the Tower of Light in the Brutal Citadel. Haven't pushed them in very long at all. Alive noises. Yorit is alive, as you can see. We've gained quite a few levels. So even since the last time I pushed this, we're already on 309. I've continued to go ahead and push levels in here, which these heroes are all completely naked. They're not wearing any gear at all. Just for the simple fact, we are going to go through and run some of the Misty Voyage, or the Misty Valley. As you can see, we haven't done any of it. So I believe we have one more day and then the rest of it will open. But I want to go ahead and complete the first 10 stages because not only do I want the stones, but this is what I want, the 450 po coins for each one. Question, since select summons seem to always cost max gems to get all the pulls, is it worth doing them? Or at what point should you be 100% into Stargazer? Seth, it's kind of on the individual account. So the old guide before with the Stargazer is when you have 12 ascended heroes. With White Sushi's guide, that's always been kind of the general rule of thumb, is 12 ascended heroes because of now, especially because of the Field of Stars. So you can make sure to get some of these stars unlocked so you can do your choice heroes. But 12 heroes will allow you to make a lot of progression in the King's Tower. If you have 12 heroes kind of between the factions is essentially what you'll build. This will allow you to push the King's Tower because once you push further into the different faction towers, you will go ahead and you will get Stargazer cards. That's kind of the big thing is if you build heroes too early or if you start stargazing too early in AFK Arena, you'll forego getting all of the Stargazer cards out of the faction towers. Is what you'll kind of lose out on. Where if you just wait a little bit longer till you have enough to start getting Stargazer cards out of here, then I would start stargazing. I run to probably about floor 155 in here. That way you got a pretty good amount of Stargazer cards at that point. Oh dang, I have 24 ascended. Yes, yep, it'll definitely help. You're at the point where you should be stargazing. Especially out of cards because you'll get them again out of the faction towers here. Events, anything like that. You should be stargazing at this point. What's going on, Zay and Zana? So let's go ahead and we will get into the Misty Valley. Again, this is going to be a lot of Q&A, a lot of questions, because I know the Misty Valley is a little bit boring, but if you do have questions, so victory, 4 heroes with no warrior or mage. All right, so let's go to our light bearer team. No warrior, no mage. And we do also have to, so we'll gear them up. So right here is a tank, so this is not a warrior, not a warrior. And of course, not a warrior or a mage. We can go with Cecilia. All right, so we'll go with this 5-team comp. So this one might actually be a pretty easy one as long as we can. I have a question. Is Iran comp better than Chimera comp? Minty overall, Chimera doesn't really have a comp. Chimera is really a solid carry kind of until you get further into the campaign, which essentially she'll be replaced. Everyone replaces Chimera eventually when it comes to the team comp. Just because she's in hero overall, that you're not going to push the rest of the, essentially the rest of the game. What is your rank in, is your main in, we're all at right below Prince. So right there, achieve victory, light bearer. We right now are killing the boss. We're killing Golas for the first time right now. We are 1 rank behind Prince. The only thing that we need is Essence, which just takes time. Some of the relics that, again, just takes time with Essence. And then we also do need the tier 8, which we wait on the tier 8s usually till the last day. Because the tier 8s will just suck a crazy, crazy amount of stamina when you're trying to kill the tier 8s. So victory, maulers, achieve victory with 5 different faction heroes. All right. So this one we need 4 maulers and faction heroes. So we'll swap this one out. So we're going to have to do the mauler part first. Which again, if Lilith ever gives us a button to go ahead and remove our gear, I would be forever grateful, because that would be awesome. And as you can see, I do have everything geared up relic-wise on the heroes that I've been using in the Abyssal Expedition. So I'll actually have to go back and switch quite a bit of this as we continue the voyage. Second that, I'm going to chapter 28 in Chimera. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, Mochi, is when you start getting into chapters, into higher chapters, Chimera doesn't do enough damage, and Chimera doesn't do enough damage fast enough. A majority of the time, the heroes will heal faster than you can do damage, which doesn't work. I mean, overall, that team comp doesn't work, because again, they will do damage faster than you can heal. What's your essence in AE? My guild is competing for top 10. HK, we go for 10,000. 10,000 is the max. Once one of our players reach that 10,000 threshold, we actually stop gaining more villages and continue having other players gain villages, essentially. Just for the simple fact, that's kind of a good stopping point, is 10,000 essence an hour. Even if you're a little bit lower than 10,000, let's say you're at 9,500, you'll still max out everything in the expedition, as long as you can take the tier 8, essentially. But you should have no problem maxing out the expedition with the team comp, or with making 9,500 plus. So very easy. I love the Abyssal Expedition. We still have a lot of time left in the expedition, which is kind of crazy. So here we're going to keep in Sophia. So we need 1 of each faction. So we have Rowan, which will be our support. We dropped in Iran just because we have him built. Nara I grabbed because we'll take out our little buddy Gwen over there. All right, is 8,888 essence too low? You might want to get it up just a little, Raged, as you get a little bit further. Essentially, you want to get relics as quick as you can. Also, though, with the essence, is some of it does come with RNG, meaning that as you're getting further into the Abyssal Expedition, especially when you're getting into the tier 7 and tier 8 camps, it's kind of dependent on if you pull legendary relics, because again, the relics that you're getting, or not the relics, excuse me, the artifact pieces or the relic pieces that you're getting is kind of dependent on RNG. It's kind of random. So here, Victory Wilders contains, look at this, Athalia and I don't have them. So I'm thinking Athalia, but we got Wilders here. So let's do the Wilders. which I left him empty on that one. So we'll go ahead. We'll grab the... We need Zephyriel and we need Athalia. So this might be an interesting combination because we don't have... I have Athalia. Zephyriel, we might have to see if we can just merc really quick. Let me see who's busy. So we'll return his. Let's grab a Zephyriel, which is right here. Might be able to get one here. If not, we can always pick one up and just go ahead and pick one up. But we'll go ahead and we'll do that one. Love your stream. I learned AFK. Oh, thank you, R. George. Definitely, absolutely love AFK Arena, even through all of it. Hi, I want to know, are there any spots on your clan and AE? Nope, Wolfgamer, we are 70 of 70. Every player that we have in our guild is in AE right now. We are completely maxed out. And we're actually completely maxed out in all of the guilds. Meaning casuals 1, 2, and 3 are completely maxed out. Which this, we might have to look at the team comp because I think Namisu is going to absolutely destroy us here. My brother's account, he has Kaz Ascended in 3-piece bonus and it's strong. Yeah, I heard Kaz with the set bonus is very, very strong. As you can see here, who we're fighting. If you have not seen Lakrita is absolutely nuts when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition, as you can see here. Which it almost seems like I didn't even put gear on the Wilder team. Which we're doing Wilders, right? And we geared up the Wilders, right? Or did I not put gear on? That would make a difference. We removed it all. We'll just gear them up really quick. Hoping I can get the Zephyriel here in a minute. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go to a Casuals 4. It's a lot to maintain. Just because of all the different guilds, all the different players. There's a lot to it. And I give big props to Newton and everyone else that that manages all of it. It's kind of crazy. We're getting the rewards tomorrow. Yeah, I know. So tomorrow we'll actually open up the rest of the Misty Valley. So Thalia, Zephyriel, we might have to just pick up a Zephyriel if we can't merc one. Let's try. I'm wondering if anyone else has got one. So even if we can get one from Edie's. All right. So next one, of course, is Graveborn, which will go on. Kaz and God T, maybe. not quite Wolf. The thing that a lot of heroes with their team comp is a lot of heroes are good, are solid heroes, but a lot of heroes people don't build or people don't use just for the fact a lot of them have better heroes, or there are better heroes, essentially. Kaz is good, especially because of her dodge ability, and she is the only hero that can dodge magic, which again is pretty interesting. So this one we'll swap up here. We'll see if we can get a Zephyriel. If we don't get a Zephyriel by the end, we can come back and do this one. We can merc one, or we can actually get him. Yeah, Shamira. Shamira, again, is good. I mean, Shamira is a solid hero. Absolutely love Shamira, especially any game or early game. If anyone has ran Shamira early game, I took her from chapter pretty much 1 all the way to chapter 24, which was completely easy. Shamira can just destroy campaigns all by herself. So achieve victory, Graveborn, 25 seconds. So that one was pretty easy. Oh, that's right. I think I might have taken him. Let me check. That's why actually I was saving the Zephyriel, because I think there's one a little bit further. Let me make sure I didn't take, because I think it's like a 3-day trial. Achieve victory for Celestial, Hypogean, Dimensional. Don't trigger alts. All right. So let's try our Dimensional. As you know, on this account, because it is pay to win, the Celestials and the Hypogeans, we do have built quite a bit. As you can see here, Tailine's already completely maxed out. The Twins, plus 20 signature item. We have Mahira already completely maxed out, plus 30, and 26 for Aziz. Still building him. And then I'm going to throw in Nakaruru because I absolutely love Nakaruru. Such a cool hero. The issue with Kaz and why she needs a rework is she has 3 dodge base agility. Yeah, and that's the big thing with Kaz, is with most dodge heroes, as you guys have seen, they have a tendency to die. They have a tendency to die super, super fast. They get absolutely annihilated when it comes to a lot of stages, which we could even use her. All right, so we'll put her in the middle. There we go. So we'll go with this top. Misty Valley Zap is strong. Yeah, some of the heroes that we fought in here are really, really tough. But as you can see here with Mahira, Mahira making the teams kill themselves absolutely just destroys. Let's go ahead with this team, and we don't want to use an alt. So let's stay away from the alts. I'm just going to use Tayleen's, if I can, to keep everyone up and alive. Maybe not. Might not be able to do it. Too much shielding. We're going to need more damage in here. I wonder if... Let me swap out, since Mahira's not going to ult. Let's go with her. Again, ult's off, and I want to use her ult. Lakrita absolutely destroys. Yeah, the clicking. There we go. We got our ult. But look at that. 1,000,009, not even 27 million. Her with furniture, 5-star. So I've been using a legendary Lakrita in the AE. Absolutely destroyed it. She has soloed 5-person teams. I use her pretty much just to move. She can take out teams entirely by herself in movement tiles, so the tiles between cities. She just destroys all by herself. So victory, light bearers, achieve victory without a hero dying. Shouldn't be very tough, because when we run Lucius, which is very, very easy, usually nobody dies. So we'll run just the regular team comp we had. We'll try to keep all these heroes. Not going through, not spending all the time switching artifacts and everything else. I'm hoping this team will do it. And we'll check for the Zafriel as well to see, because I feel like we're going through here pretty quick. I know last time we did this, it took a while. All right, so we're going to send him over there. There we go. Which just got banished, but we get the shields up, get the stuns up, hopefully be able to just absolutely lock down heroes. And look, Rose is following Rowan, which is funny. Ask if I have your standard light bearer team. Lucius, Rowan, Belinda, Falks, and Rose. Do I build another team about Iran, Tassie, Leica? Yes. So Wolfgamer, I would definitely do that. I would go ahead and build another team around those two heroes, around the Iran Leica combo, just for the fact that there's going to come a point where you're going to have more heroes. Essentially, there's a point you're going to have to carry 2 teams. Yeah, Torn. I've got some video, which I forget who the username is, but I just seen some videos on Torn. Absolute insanity with Torn. Torn I would like to build. I seen Torn max out in a video, and he had the 9-piece furniture bonus, plus 30 signature item, and just absolutely destroyed team after team, hero after hero, which is very, very cool to see. See, Cecilia died here again. She's got a lot of stuns, and it's a lot of damage because you're dealing with Grez is kind of the tough one here. Is Grez coming out of the back line. And Cecilia chasing, well, Lucius just got rocked on this one. Might have to put in our Lakrita again. Yeah, Torn is really tough to kill, especially because remember he has the healing mitigation, which is very, very tough. That's why I was hoping with Taylene, trying to keep heroes up, and Taylene doing a lot of damage. Might be able to get it this time if we can get Gorvo down, which I believe we just got Gorvo down. It's going to be close. There we go. Got it with nobody dying. Play good. Actually, Paris, I've seen a couple commercials. I've seen a couple ads for that Genshin Impact. Just can't find the time. So that's kind of the big thing is between school and work and kids and YouTube and AFK Arena, having the time to play different games. So this one without a mage and support, which won't be too tough, but yeah, I mean, there's a couple other games I've seen, a couple other games that I would like to try, but again, I don't have that much time to play. What's going on, SonoRez? Thanks for joining the live stream tonight. Other than Kaz, who would want to see a rework? Kaz, I would definitely like to see a rework. I think she has a lot of potential. Rigby, I think they need to do something with Rigby so people actually use Rigby. I know most people will not even come close to Rigby, not even use. When is this Misty Valley unlocks? I believe it is 15 or 16. I think it's chapter 15 or 16, boy. That this go ahead and this unlocks. Which here there's a victory mauler, so without a mage and support. All right, so no mage, no support. Which means that we'll go no mage, we'll go tank, ranger's good, mage no good, and then support is no good. So let's go with support. Let's go here with double ranger, and then we'll go with Iran. We'll try this combination. Yeah, Almas would be great to see reworked. I'm at 14, unfortunately. Boy Burner, you should be able to get there. I'm sure it's on chapter 15-40. That's what I was thinking, like chapter 16 is the point. So let me see. No mage, no mage, no mage. All right. So we're going to try this one out, which we can't bring him in, but we'll put in Hashishi's bonus hero there, which is awesome. So ranger, tank, which would be good if we can get this one down. All right. Still a little new to the game. I just unlocked the Stargazer room. Should I wait to use it? Alex, I would wait till you get a little bit further. If you just unlock the Stargazer in 16, usually the rough point to start using Stargazer is around 12 ascended heroes, if not a little bit higher, depending what heroes you have. But that's roughly where you want to start, Alex, is around 12 ascended heroes, because not only is it going to allow you to unlock some of the Field of Stars with some of the ascended heroes. How is the pay to win in the main doing? Doing great, SonoRez. We're actually just right below Prince. So I believe it's Duke. I think we're both at Duke right now. So looking where I'm at right now, and a lot of people have asked, so I just want to show it really quick. Right now, as you can see, we're all stacked against Golas. Golas is going to die here in a minute, or Golas is actually dead. Already at Duke, as you can see, got a little bit. Essence takes time. Core relics take time. Blessed relics take time. Damage will definitely get there. So other than occupying some tier 6s and a tier 8, that's it for the Prince title. Golas is already dead, which gives us, I believe, we're on the leaderboard. First 5 militants to defeat the Devourer, which, as you can see, I believe the Devourer is dead. We have two more camps, which they're killing right now. That'll be it. So he's actually dead for the first time, which is nice. Yeah, Stargazer also starts at 16 or the VIP level. If you hit the VIP level 13, the Stargazer will be unlocked as well. This one, we need Kalthar, and we need Lucrita and 4 Wilders. So let's go ahead and drop out our Maulers here, and we'll grab the Wilders. And again, this is a part that just takes time. And that's kind of the big reason that it's really easy to do kind of on a live stream is because I can sit, I can answer questions. There's not really anything that you really have to focus on much. I'm still at Earl while you're all in Duke. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we have it. We've been planning it out, so no res. So we actually stalled at the last 2 bosses to get here and try to kill the boss essentially within the first. So they're killing the last 2 teams now, and that will be it for the first kill. So the first kill will already be down. Well, it'll be the second one. How often should I re-roll bounties? I only do it once, Phil. So what I do for the bounty board is I would go ahead, and the only reason I don't do it at this point, because I have a lot more bounty quests because of my VIP level, but the only reason to refresh the bounty board is for essence, for the hero essence, because that's essentially the dust wall is where you get stuck. But I haven't noticed it as much because we have so many more events that you're getting a lot of essence out of. Even this one here, you get a lot of essence out of this one as well. So we need Kelthar and we need Lucreta. So we'll swap out. Let's see. Again, Hajmira, thank you very much for letting me borrow the hero there, because I believe we have a level 1 Kelthar that's just going to go in and die. We should, well, maybe not be able to get this one down. As you can see there, we just got absolutely destroyed. Which is funny because it was so easy just a minute ago. But let me drop Kelthar in here. So we're up to level 309 already, which is awesome. Not sure I even have room in here for a Kelthar. Yeah, we do. All right, so let me check out where is Kelthar. As you can see, we have a ton of copies of him already. That'll take him to 309. We'll throw some gear on him. These ones are the ones that are kind of difficult, that have been kind of hard to kill. My guild is close to hitting the final boss. We're at the last gate. Yeah, we're the same, so no res. So on 80s Hero, my other guild, we're at the final boss right now. Last AE, I got Prince on the last day. Not sure when it is considered too late. Moochie, we do the same. So essentially, when we're going through the expedition, once we kill the boss for the final time, meaning we don't have enough time to the reset, we actually have a lot of our players go ahead and drop a lot of the lands that they have. So essentially, so everyone can get their titles at that point, because we're not going to kill the boss again. So essentially, that's it. In this one, we're just getting destroyed here. Might have to switch it out to have a little more or just kind of pay attention to what we're doing here. So let me swap out, because we'll go with a more of a tank formation, because all we need are those two. So we'll go with Rowan, which is good support. We'll go with support here. Then we'll go with the other two, see what we can get. At what point is it late to achieve the Prince title? There's no point. As long as the AE is not over, as long as you have stamina, you can still get the title as long as you have it. Even in the quiet period, as you guys know, it does enter a quiet period. Again, you can still get the title in the quiet period. Let me went with Taylene here. It's a big power difference between these two teams. This is why we're just getting absolutely destroyed. But I'm hoping that we can get some ults, so we can get a couple heals, a couple stuns. It looks like we might have it this time. Yep, I think we do. The stage was kind of hard with the new. Yeah, it seems like Zafriel is absolutely destroying it. Over here, I mean, we killed him pretty early, but look at this. 12 million, 28 million. I know she has furniture 5-star, but 28 million damage. Does a ton of healing, does a ton of shielding. Very, very cool. What stage is this account on? We're right at 30. We're like 12 or 14, I think 14 stages from 30. Victory, Graveborn, achieve victory with 5 different faction heroes. Wonder if by chance we can just drop 5 in here. So let's see. I just want to take a chance here. So we got Lightbearer, there we go. And we'll go with the Wilder here. Just for giggles, we'll see if we can win. They should implement something similar to having multiple of the same. Yes, Hills, we have said that. That was one of my thoughts, was doing the same thing kind of with furniture. Or doing the same with artifacts, is allowing multiple heroes to equip the gear. The problem with that is you're going to nullify the need for gear almost exclusively if you go that route. So essentially, if I could have this staff and have 8 heroes equip my Lightbearer staff, you're 100% going to just nullify the need for gear anywhere across the board. I would be more than up in arms happy if they would just let me remove my gear automatically instead of having to do this and go through every single hero every single time. Because the gear is very, very important. I mean, the gear does lend a lot of stats. Lucreta is just Hypogean T. Yeah, a lot of people have said that, is once she ults, because she gets all of the abilities together, she just absolutely destroys it. She absolutely destroys teams as soon as she ults. It's crazy how strong she is. So here we'll grab Lorzen. We know she's going to come right over here. I don't know about this team. Maybe. I was afraid Shamir in the front because we don't have another tank. But Damon can usually get it done. Between the fears. Why don't they nerf the OP heroes like Taline and Damon? Just how they're built in the game, Wolf. And honestly, if they went in and nerfed and changed a lot of heroes, a lot of people would be upset because a lot of people build specific heroes similar to Taline. Taline's usually always the first hero that you want to build just because she is super, super powerful and she will carry you through a majority of the game. A lot of stages, a lot of boss fights, even if you don't have Saurus, Taline will do really, really well, even if you don't have Saurus. She'll do really well on the Twisted Essence bosses, whereas a lot of people use her. So in here, we'll go with Nakaruru again. So they would just kind of change the heroes because essentially if they, like I said, if they nerf Taline, then you might as well just scrap Taline. There'd be no reason if you just essentially continue to nerf the heroes till the heroes aren't anything anymore. It wouldn't even make a difference. Wouldn't even make it worth it. Misty Valley, you can speedrun quite well with Iran and for, yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good combination. Even here, I put in Heshmira. I was going to put in, there we go. Aziz, remember, even though he looks like a tank, even though he's in armor, he is support. He is a support class, meaning that he does die relatively early. Got his ult off there, though, which is awesome. Once you start getting the twins, the power haste cycle with the twins, it's pretty much over at that point. As you can see how fast they chase Tassie around. If you were to put a lot of resources into one non-meta hero like Isabella, yeah, you're it. And that's what it is a lot of times. With a lot of different heroes, is if you build, for instance, if I have a plus 30 signature item Oden with 9 furniture, so maxed out furniture, essentially you'll be able to go through a lot of it. You'll be able to carry through a lot of it because the hero himself is very, very powerful. So in this one, I think we're probably going to have to go with our regular team comp, which is our Iran, the Iran Leica combination. So we got the killing power here. So Iran will bring Saurus for the cleave, Tassie for some CC. Remember, we got to kill in 20 seconds. Then I think I'm going to bring, we'll bring the Lucreta. Lucreta does a lot of damage. Thought you were up to 7 grand. Nope. Nope, Nashville, not. We're almost to 5. I think we're almost 5. Closing in on 5. VIP 14 already. Moving quite well in VIP 14. No, so even at this point, they don't even consider this account to be a whale by any means, and I really don't feel like it is either. Not a whale, not that much spent into it, which that 20 seconds is pretty quick. Let's try up here. And I think instead of, let's try swap it in Nara. Which that didn't work at all. Seems like Leica's dying on the top pretty quick though. So we'll go with our set bonus here. Some of these you just got to do a couple times because even here, I mean, we're dying really fast. Even to get the battle down, I mean, that's pretty quick to get the battle down in 20 seconds. The more, remember, this account is what I put into it, what we get in Super Chat, what we get in YouTube revenue, what we get in membership. I put all that into this account. You're a whale to me only. Yeah, I know. Some of the whales drop this much on a hero, which again, to me, is absolutely insane. When Lucreta came out, as you can see, I merked the Lucreta that came out. Even when furniture, there's a couple people in my guild that have like 150 red mythic furnitures. 150. So even on this account with everything we bought at the Oak Inn, we are at 43. Like I said, there are a couple players with 150 plus furniture, which is crazy. And they have, and they also have upgraded furniture, meaning they have higher than the first tier furniture. So let's go in here and see new trial heroes. I don't think, so there is Zafriel. So we have 2 days, 23 hours. There he is. We got him at 4 stars, which is good. Lucreta, we're going to save. For April, 4,800 not spent at all. Yeah. Like I said, it's getting there with this account. Spent a lot more than I thought I would, but it's all in good fun. So here we have stage 3, and I believe that is it because we cannot go to 11 yet. So let's hear 3, which is Athalia and Zephyriel. All right, so let's go with Zephyriel, and then we'll swap out. I'm thinking that's not going to work very well with our level 1 Athalia. Might have to level her up a little bit. Let's see, because Zephyriel is pretty powerful. So is Iran, fully geared. Look at that. So I think we got it there. So that is a clean sweep of the Misty Valley. Very nice. It gives us a ton of Poe coins. So 1 through 10. All right. So that will do it. Tomorrow we can actually go to stage 11. Finish out the rest of it. Then, of course, looking at our chest, which is here. This one we want to open, which is complete stage 29. So we want to complete 29 because we want to get a couple more copies of heroes. As you can see, a lot of solid choices in here. Not sure who I'm going to get. Might get Isolde so we can continue to build him. So let's go ahead. We'll strip off the gear here. Push a little bit of the campaign. I mean, this is what we're going to have to do. What I've been also doing in addition is saving, which look at his gear. Nice to use him with a plus 25 signature item, but all in blue gear, even though they did give him furniture. So I believe they are all right, so we're good. Reinvest for content. Yeah, that's exactly what we do, Nashville. It is a lot of what we get is I put most of what I get in YouTube. Honestly, most of everything. YouTube doesn't pay an insane amount of money. It doesn't even pay a lot of money. But most of what I get from here is what we put back into the games. more in it for the players, the experience, the game, the content, with you guys. I mean, just kind of building the team, seeing the content, than it is about money. It supports my habit, I guess. So here, let's go with the Iran combo right now. We'll start with the Iran combo, and then we will go from here. So there, which is of course going to be our Iran Tassian Leica Sophia, who does a crazy, crazy amount of damage. Don't think we have a hat for her yet. And then of course Rowan, who is our support. Some of these we'll have to swap out. As you can see, we don't use many of our reset scrolls. We have 8 of them right now. Because all of the sets that I have, as you can see, this one we have to level up. Essentially, the sets that I have are the sets that I've been looking for and working for. So it's very cool. Is there a good Ezio comp that has Wilders? Essentially just running 4 Wilders and Ezio. That's really it. It would be kind of crazy. So 29-42, this is a tough combination. We might not have went with the team that we should have. Didn't know it was Brutus and Maulers, but this team is going to be very tough. As you can see here, this might be a team for the Damon team comp, which let's try it 2 or 3 times. But I'm thinking this is going to be one for, again, for the Damon team comps. Or even the God tier. What do you think? New player and sub. This is mind blowing. I wish I could do Misty Valley. King, what chapter are you on? It opens at 16, which 16 isn't really that far, considering even with the Misty Valley, essentially you have 22 days. So you have 22 days to make it to chapter 16. So kind of goal yourself there. So depending where you're at, you can go ahead and push. Like I said, you have a little over 3 weeks to go ahead and make it to that threshold. Depending if you have a Chimera carry, a lot easier to make it to that threshold. But I'm going to try the God tier comp is what I want to try now. I know earlier this team was getting absolutely destroyed. But I'm hoping that we can get them to live just a little bit, essentially. Because I think this team would be pretty solid to go ahead and take this combination down. And then Rowan, of course, is our support. All right. I'm only chapter 13, but I'm struggling. Maybe I don't have a Chimera. Ascended Belinda will do the same. Belinda, especially if you have Belinda, I would build Rose. If you have Chimera, I would build Rose with the ability to kind of supercharge their attacks. Will make a huge difference. Makes a monumental difference to be able to kind of supercharge their attack. But looking at the difference here is where we might have to, again, RNG it with some of the comps. Because we're going to get kind of destroyed here is what I'm thinking. Let's try this route. So we got my hero up. Got the stuns. Of course, Brutus is going to shield, but we got my hero's ult. Twins went down, though. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. If we can keep my hero up a little bit. Any new codes? Yes, right now there's 5 new codes. I believe 5 new codes in total that are up and working right now. Lost Disease early on this one. But overall, I think if we could take Savius down in the back, just the timing. I mean, the timing of this team just has to work, and that's kind of the biggest thing. Because essentially, if you can lock the heroes up in the back between Mahira and between Taylene, that's how the lockout team works. So essentially they can't do anything. And then Rowan, there we go, we got it done. I posted 2 new codes in Discord earlier. Both were, yeah, King, I've seen those. So a lot of them recently have just been small, 34 million, 20 million there. A lot of the codes have been really, really small. A lot of them, they said, came out of the commercial that they had. So again, Tailing died pretty quick there. Aziz went down as well. But dealing with more maulers. Always, always fun to fight maulers. Especially with Brutus because of his immunity shield. But look at the cycle just between the heroes here. It's absolutely crazy. Just seems like this team is just going to take a little bit of RNG. Yeah, check the community post. That's where I put all of them, Moochie. Or Jack, you can go ahead and check. Like I said, I think there's 5. There was Invincible. There was the Elijah code. There's 1 or 2 that were pretty decent in there. But overall, yeah, I mean, definitely after AFK Arena, they made an announcement saying there were going to be no more codes. And for roughly probably 2 months, we didn't see any codes at all. And then all of a sudden we seen code and then code. And now it's been... Even today, I believe they posted 2 codes. I believe we got 3 codes over the last 2 days. I think it was 2 days in total that they have just been shelling out the codes. Just putting out more and more codes. Even here, that one did not go well at all. Why don't you swap out Aziz if he's dying immediately? Aziz, even though he dies... he still regenerates. The heroes will still regenerate energy even when he's dead. So even though he is dying early, which honestly we just need him to dodge pretty much once. But if we lose Rowan, even if he dies, his energy regen still works. That's kind of the big thing with him. And here it's just getting through the Savius, or excuse me, the Brutus shield, essentially. Because even with Aziz dead, he still provides the energy regen, which is the 35. You keep seeing 35, 35. When he's alive, he does 50. When he's dead, he does 35. So 29, 17. So the energy cycle really doesn't work very well without him because of the energy regen. And if he does live, he is super, super powerful. If he does live, that's kind of the question. Which even here, because we know she's going to hop right over on the twins. She's probably just going to kill them instantly. This is another very tough team comp. This is a team comp you have to kill fast because of Baden's minions. Not only that is Pharrell with the stuns. So even here, I don't think this team comp's going to be able to get this team down. We'll give it like three more attempts. What do you think about cutting the price of everything you can buy with cash in half? It would, I think a lot more people would buy stuff. But I think overall the people who are going to spend a lot of money in this game are going to spend money regardless. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is just using my using the normal comp in here. I think if you cut everything in half, probably going to hurt a lot of the revenue that the companies are making, or that Lilith essentially is making, because they make crazy, crazy amounts of money. Now, rumor has it, even on this game alone, they've made close to, I think, $500 million was what I had seen or what I had heard on AFK Arena alone. So remember, they do have, Lilith has a lot of, oh, I went in the Misty Valley, wasn't even paying attention. Lilith does have a lot of games. There we have a Mythic, which it might be, didn't look like it had a faction. So overall, they have a lot of games. They make a lot of money. And with the content they put out, with the game, I'm perfectly fine supporting them with what they have, what they make the content. Every time I see God Comp, Aziz seems to be the most underwhelming for the... Yeah, And that's where Joshua was. So looking at Aziz, very strong hero. The big thing with him is he is support. A lot of people always see him as a tank, but he is very, very squishy because he is support. He's a support class. Even here, look at that. Absolute Iran stun. Double Iran stun. Yeah, I believe they said it was 500 million was the net revenue from in-game sales. So that doesn't include anything else. You know, any of the marketing, any of the promotional material, any of the other things they do, even any of the sponsorships, the collaborations with all different companies. That was just straight up revenue from what they were making here. There we go. Froze everyone on that one. Froze everyone again. That's the point of this team. And boom, there's the falling sun. Perfect. Exactly why I run Nomura, Soares, like Iran, Sophia. Yeah, absolutely. 36 million, 19 million. Because remember, in this team, Rowan stuns, Tassie banishes, Tassie does a sleep, Iran freezes for 4 seconds, Sophia stuns, and she brings the Spectral Disruption. That's why the team works so well. That's why this combination, this team comp works so well. So we run this team comp, we run the God tier comp, we run the Arthur Gwen team comp, which we have almost completely built, and we also run the Damon team comp. So here we have 4 fully built team comp teams that we can kind of rotate between. So even once we get to chapter 31 with this account, we already have the teams. So it'll be relatively easy for the transition because, again, we already have the teams. We have the teams built. Yeah, Leica's the big armor break. As you can see, the little armor break right there, right above the hero, right there on Arden. Super, super powerful with the armor break. Even though Falling Sun's, well, Rowan dodged it. Oh, the stun didn't work. Come on, Rowan. Oh, that was close. That was close. That would have been awesome to see Rowan. What do you recommend to build from the Challenger store after finishing the main heroes? What do you mean by the main heroes, Mad? Because essentially the Challenger store, Aziz. Aziz is the hero that you want to build from the Challenger store all the way to Ascended. That's who we've been focusing on here. Building him to Ascended will be absolutely vital for a lot of your progression. This is going to be close again. Oh. Yeah. So Aziz, I would build. After Aziz, I honestly would go with Flora. Out of the team, out of the heroes that are there, I would go with Flora after building Aziz, just for the simple fact with Athalia, as you can see right here, I've just gotten her out of regular pulls. I would go with Flora because Athalia has been replaced by a lot of heroes. She still does decent damage. She does damage in PvP. There's a lot of heroes that are much, much easier to obtain than her, and they're also much, much easier. So that's kind of the big thing, which here the cannon takes us down on this one. Cecilia, I would almost place in place of Athalia. A couple other heroes would be Oscar. A lot of people have started using Oscar in place of Athalia. Let's see if we can pull him. Usually you can pull him off the cannon if we can get a dodge. Let's try the back. There's his little cannon all by itself. And of course they killed Iran. Iran's just getting melted. Yes, Soldier Boy. We were talking about a little bit earlier. Absolutely insane with Torn. In the amount of damage that he did. Very, very cool to watch them. Best hero in the game, the turret. Yes, absolutely. The turret destroys heroes. So does Movis. If you look up here, this little guy here, Morvis, absolutely destroys a lot of heroes. He is very, very tough to deal with. And that was pretty lucky. We got pretty lucky with the tornado. All right, I think we're going to have to change up the comp here again. This is by far the strongest team, though. All right, let me hit up the Okeanin. Yes, Aziz, 100%. He is the first one. As you can see, this is the team comps that I'm using inside the Abyssal Expedition. So I'll actually swap all these back later. Made sure all of the best gears were on my Celerity heroes is what we've been focusing on. So here, then we have Sophia, which will drop up there. So we have Iran, we need Tassie. So Tassie's up there. Remember, Tassie has her 9-set bonus already, which is awesome. All right, so let's try this again. 16,000 diamonds already. So I'm hoping a little bit more stats will help a little bit. Which there's the sleep. Perfect. Got the turret down. There we go. Is it worth getting Lucius' signature item to 30? No, it is not, Elite. Lucius will do very well at a plus 20. You have probably about 15 heroes, if not more, that I would prioritize over Lucius getting his plus 30 signature item. It does well, but like I said, I would go Taylene, I would go Rowan, Iran, Sophia, Pharrell, Mahira, the new heroes, Lucreta, Zephyriel. I would go Arthur, I'd go Nakaruru. There are so many heroes that I would do long before I got Lucius' signature item to a plus 30, just out of necessity. There's a lot of better choices than Lucius. He does completely fine at a plus 20. A plus 30, there's really no reason. Again, unless you have everyone built, then sure. I mean, no big deal. But for most players, there's no reason. I know I hate dealing with Thorin. Have you ever gotten 30,000 diamonds from the Stargazer? No, I have not. Headache, Sophia or Leica to plus 30 signature item. Sophia, 100% Sophia. Leica does not even need her signature item past plus 20. Plus 20 is what gives her the additional damage for the accuracy bonus. Sophia or Leica doesn't need to go to a plus 30. There's no reason for it. Again, similar to Lucius, she will do very, very well at a plus 20 signature item. However, Sophia has to have her plus 30 signature item to maximize her damage. So she is kind of her priority to build because you need to maximize Sophia's damage. Wish I wouldn't have put 3K diamonds in this. And no, I have never gotten to 30K diamonds. And I have done probably hundreds, if not possible, even thousands of Stargazers. Never seen the 30,000 diamonds. What do you think about plus 40 signature item and plus 3 max all furniture for a hero? Again, Jude, similar to, like, let's say, for instance, Taylene at plus 30. If you take her to a plus 40, she has no new abilities. The only thing you'll be adding is stats. With that being said, to get a hero like Taylene from plus 30 to plus 40, Jude, it takes over 1,000 emblems. That's right, over 1,000 emblems. Meaning, essentially, I could take Tassie to plus 30. I could take Leica to plus 30. I could take a lot of heroes to plus 30. I could take Damon to plus 30. That still wouldn't equate to the cost of taking Taylene from 30 to 40. So if you're a whale, definitely go ahead and just buy Taylene. Get her up to a plus 40. Just for stats, there's absolutely no reason because it is super, super expensive to get heroes up to a plus 40. Literally, you can get 3 other heroes up to a plus 30 by the time it takes one hero to go from a plus 30 to a plus 40, just because of the damage, because of the scaling. Again, there isn't really a solid reason on why you would take a hero to plus 40 short of just the stats. The stats are the only thing they gain. Taking a hero up that high is strictly just stats, and that is it. In AE, can we do high damage with Legendary plus Isolde? No, you cannot. Isolde 110%. With Isolde, you have to have his 3-piece furniture, meaning he has to be ascended. You are not going to maximize any of his damage. He will not even do any damage until you have that 3-piece bonus. This is what increases his attack rating, 1%, attack frequency by 1%. So not only does he get attack, but he does get attack frequency, so he does get haste. Until the end of battle, every time he loses 3% of his maximum health, there is no cap. That's the big thing with Isolde. If it said under here, like down here, if it said caps at 15%, okay, you'd absolutely kill his furniture bonus. But as you can see, there is no cap. You have to have him ascended. You have to have him for the 3-piece bonus. Even in my guild in casuals, if you don't have Isolde with the 3-piece set bonus, don't go warrior tree. Saurus by himself is not worth it. We actually went to the substance tree, to the support tree, to run celerity and support instead of running celerity and the warrior tree. What is the highest S I can get? Plus 40. The celestials, the hypogeans, and the dimensionals can go to plus 40. Every other hero, as you can see here, we can increase up to 31. They can all go to 40. All of the regular faction, meaning the Lightbearer, the Mauler, the Wilder, and the Graveborn, can only go to plus 30. Plus 30 is the stop. Are you able to explain why you have different accounts for the factions rather than all on one account? Do you mean the faction accounts that I run, King? I think you're referring to the faction accounts. If that's the case, those were built by design. Just for the fact that we wanted to see a lot of the heroes that we never got to see, essentially. Even I don't know if this team's going to do well here. Is there a chance a wait list way to get in casuals? I don't do any of the recruiting. I know Newton does a lot of the recruiting. I know Fear Isaac does a lot of the recruiting. There's a couple players that do the recruiting for casuals. There's no wait list or anything of that nature. It's just them recruiting, essentially. I believe there's an application process, and when you go through the application process, that is where it comes from. So even here, I mean, Lucius is very, very tough to kill with his heals and his shields. As you can see, though, everyone is mesmerized. Twins went down on that one, but we're pretty close to winning this one. If we can get Pharrell down. Oh, just got to deal with Thorin. Again, one more time. Rowan can stun him. Got it. Look at that. Do you think Nara and Thorin is deadly? Yes, Nara and Thorin are a good combination. Nara, Thorin, and Pharrell are very, very powerful together. It is a very, very tough combination to deal with for most players. Is there a site or something to reach them? I believe just Discord. So I believe, Seth, Discord is the only way that I know of to reach them. When I was recruited, which was 6-8 months ago, maybe a little bit longer now, Newton just reached out to me because of being a content creator on YouTube. And everything that we do in this game, he reached out and said, hey, have you ever considered it? I said, sure, why not? Took a long time to kind of make the decision because I've been with the same guild for an extended amount of time. But as you can see here, how powerful Aziz is. So I believe that is the only way. 50 million, 25 million, support, 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 support. So 4 of the 5 here running support. 29-52 have Athalia. Athalia, very, very difficult to deal with and going to absolutely destroy the twins. Again, this is another one that we're just going to have to change up this team comp. Because again, Athalia is really tough to deal with here. So this one we're going to have to go back to the Sophia team comp. I'm stuck by fighting tier 5. It's hard. I don't know how to... What do you mean by tier 5, Ghost? Yeah, the faction accounts. So King Bibli, we built the faction accounts just to use specific heroes. So when you look at the faction account, I have, I think, 8 or 10 light bearers built. A lot of the light bearers we have in that account are light bearers that we've never used, and heroes that we've never seen. Heroes that I've never seen was the main reason. Back last year, we actually started the light bearer accounts for that reason, because there were a lot of heroes we never seen. T5 towns in the Abyss. Oh, in the Abyssal Expedition, the T5, it just takes time, Ghost. So when you're in the Abyssal Expedition, a lot of times you just either have to partner with someone, which is the easiest way to do it. So if you partner with another player, or even partner with a couple players, which is essentially what the Abyssal Expedition is built for, what it is made for. If you can partner with other players, essentially you can kill one team, they can kill one team, and then you guys can swap places and essentially take T5s that way. Or if you're strong enough, you can actually take the tier 5s by yourself. Again, it just takes time. And that's what the Abyssal Expedition is all about. It is time. It is a waiting game when it comes to the expedition. So here, I'm going to try dodge. I might swap Rowan down here shortly. I was hoping with the mitigation that we might get lucky on this one. So we can get a stun. Watch. Again, we're getting double our power, almost 1.5%. Basically, it's faction. Yeah, like I said, the faction accounts, the big logic behind those, the reason behind them is seeing heroes that we've never seen. That was kind of the big purpose of it. A lot of heroes in this game I had never seen, I had never used. So in the faction accounts, we did start using a lot of them. Which this is going to be close, but we got it. Look at that. What is your typical Mauler wish list? Should Scrag and Inoki be considered? Inoki or Scrag, 110%. Adele, I would absolutely 110% put Scrag. Scrag's furniture bonus, his 3-piece furniture bonus is absolutely devastating. What I would do is instead of putting Scrag and Inoki in the wish list, I would do Scrag and Titus. So looking at the Maulers, the combination that I would go with in the Maulers would be Sophia, 100% priority. Skarath, I would go Scrag, I would go Titus. Then I would probably do Nemitsu. You could do Verk, you could do Drez. The 5th one's kind of up in the air. I like Nemitsu because essentially you have 2 casters, an agility, a support, and then a tank. Because also remember, Scrag's 3-piece bonus, if you guys don't know, reduces damage and also increases attack when heroes are on the enemy side. Meaning that when Scrag pushes to the enemy side, when Titus pushes to the enemy side, he is going to have higher attack, he is going to have higher defense, so essentially more survivability, which is exactly what you want. Pulled the triple twins today on scrolls. Nice, Jordan. That is awesome. Anytime you get lucky pulls like that, it's crazy to see. Some of the pulls you get like that, which this one was close. I think we can get this one down. Yeah, that is awesome. I've only done 1 triple pull out of the Stargazer, which was actually a long time ago. I think it might have been looking for Taylene. But it's been a long, long time since I've done triple pulls out of the Stargazer. What's going on, Scully? Thanks for joining live stream. If you got any questions, we're kind of pushing through chapter 29 at this point, 29-54. So we're definitely getting there. Gorvo is very tough to deal with. If you guys have not seen Gorvo since his rework a while ago, does that. he does his stun, which just destroys teams. We might be able to get... Oh, we almost got that one done. Thank you, Scully. But second I have at 20. I have 270. Oh, that'll be perfect, Seth. You definitely want her. Like I said, Taylene is such a super high priority hero. She does a ton of damage. She does a ton of healing. I mean, everything across the board, she does very, very well. What is the best team to push in chapter 23? There's not really a best teams, Ghost. So looking at the team comps, there's the Eron Sophia team comp, which is good. The Damon team comp, the Thorin Cheese, the Lightbearer team comp. There's a lot of different team comps depending on what you're building. And that's where giving specific advice when it comes in regards to team comps are sometimes hard because it depends the heroes you're pulling, the heroes you've been building. Is Belinda good? Yes, Scully. Belinda is good. There's a lot of content you'll use her for. There's a ton of stuff that I've used her for. All the way up to chapter 28, 29. I actually used her on my Lightbearer team. Very, very good, especially if you have Belinda and if you have Rose. They're kind of the ones that go hand in hand because you can actually have Belinda double ult, which is, again, super, super powerful when she can get off that double ult. This team seems like it's going to be a problem. Let's see if we can gain. I wonder if we got enough to get a couple more levels here. And I'm saving some of my resources, saving some of the diamonds, just for the fact that I want to, which we can get to 310 here, which tier 2, if that was a little bit different. I love the 20 Stargazer cards, but that definitely needs to be red chest and not a tier 2 stone. Saving it to look for Lucreta is what I want to summon, essentially. Dumb question, is it alt or alt is like an alt account, King? So alt ALT is like an alt account. So like I have my main account and then the faction accounts essentially would be the alt account. The alt ULT is the heroes. It is the actual heroes themselves, the alt. ULT, the ultimate skill, alt. So right on both points, I guess, King. Alt as in an alternative account, or alt as in ultimate ability. So it depends what context you're talking about. Let's try swapping down here. Wonder if we can pull. Yeah, we're getting to a point where it's going to be tough. I know we have 22 days for the Misty Valley, so we can get our free hero, which is what we want. We're just getting absolutely destroyed here. Might have to change up the team comp, but we're just a little bit. What are the emblems of death? Emblems of death are specifically for Graveborn. So if you look here, that's probably what you're talking about. Emblems of space, emblems of death, which are Graveborn, emblems of nature, which are Wilders, emblems of light are Lightbearers, and then emblem of might are the Maulers. That is how you ascend signature items past 20. So once you hit 20, which is your amplifying emblems to enhance it, you have to have emblems of nature, or you have to have red chests, which these red chests a lot of people ask about are just choice. Lets you pick the emblems. It'll use them automatically. Mythic emblems, well, you have 3 types of emblems. Primordial emblems, right here, take signature items from 1 to 10. So looking at a hero, I believe I have Theowen is at 8. So 1 to 10 requires primordial emblems. When you get past primordial emblems, you go to amplifying emblems, which take 11. So once you get to 10, this is to go to 11 from 20, and then 20 plus is, of course, our Emblems of Death. So the Emblems of Death, or the faction-specific emblems, are plus 21 plus. It's kind of where they come into play at Scully. So just the basics of emblems. Emblems, as you get further, you can buy them from the shop, like right here, Primordial. I buy the Primordial emblems, general rule of thumb. So looking here, I have 46 emblems. I keep 220, meaning that Primordial emblems, once I get down under 220, I will buy these every single day until I have 220 again. When you get a new hero, going from no signature item to a plus 10 signature item requires 220 emblems. So I make sure at all times I keep a minimum of 220 emblems on hand. I just used them all when we got Ezio, and I used some when I got Theowen. So overall, I keep these. Same with amplifying emblems. These you will use pretty much forever because you have so many heroes and they're a lot more rare. You're welcome, Scully. If you have any questions, just hit me up on Discord. The stones, again, we're just going to save right now, as well as the summons, because I think I'm going to save for a little while, do a big Stargazer pull. That way we can come in the Stargazer and we can actually do a lot of pulls for Lakrita, see if we can get lucky, get our one free copy of her, because essentially I want to build her out of the boat, meaning the heroic ship, to get more Stargazer cards and continue to build her, hopefully get her to Ascended to get the frame. Yeah, Scully, if you got questions, if you look at the section on my YouTube channel, if you look at the section under guides, just scroll back a couple. There's a lot of guides in there. There's even a lot of beginner guides that kind of run through what to do on a daily basis, what you should be focusing on, team comps you should be looking at. A lot of information if you want to go watch some of the older videos that are just kind of the getting started with AFK Arena videos, essentially. You can go back and check them out. But again, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight for the live stream, 29-54. So almost made it through 29. We'll definitely get through 29 very, very soon. We'll push into chapter 30 and continue on from there. 16,000 diamonds. Again, we're saving them for Lakrita is what I'm thinking. We'll save our Stargazer cards. We'll save our diamonds. We'll save all of these insane codes that they have been giving us lately. That way we can get some more Stargazer cards and go ahead and summon for her. We are on VIP 14. Again, anything that we get in Super Chat, anything that we get in the Super Stickers, anything we get in the channel membership, anything we make in YouTube revenue is what goes into this account. What is the best bang for your buck? Absolutely best bang for your buck is the advancement rewards. When you start playing, you get the advancement rewards 1. When you get to about mid-game, you get the advancement rewards 2. When you get to end game, you get advancement rewards 3, which are super, super powerful. Couple other good purchases, of course, are your monthly cards. These cards provide diamonds every day. So here you get 500 diamonds every single day, and the cards are relatively cheap. The subscription is good if you're running multiple accounts. That's kind of the big one. If you're running multiple accounts, because remember, this goes over all accounts. It covers all of my accounts, which is absolutely phenomenal. Noble Society is good as well once you get the perk level up. If you're just looking to be a routine spender, so 25 bucks for each card, 75 a month. Every single month your perk level goes up, meaning that you get more stones out of here. So essentially you could wait to perk level 5 to buy this to maximize your rewards, or you could just go ahead and buy it because it does give you a crazy amount of stones, as you can see in total. A lot of stones out of here. But overall, the diamond deals, the monthly deals, weekly deals, I wouldn't purchase. How do you do militia trade? I don't think there's anything here, which we just killed the boss. So here you go. So we got Emblem Choice, we got Stone of Intelligence. So a couple things in here for 23 hours. If nobody buys these in 23 hours, they actually go to the global auction house. So you do have to get these dragon bound crystals, which you get out of the events. Not sure if we got anything out of here yet. Because we just actually killed the boss a little bit earlier. So view. So that just takes us back there. So trade takes us back there. 72 red chest, 64 there. So no dragon crystals yet, but hopefully pretty soon. But we did just kill the boss for the first time, so that is why literally stuff just started trading right here. But again, yeah, Scully, you're not going to have it for a while. You have to kill, I believe, the boss the first time, and then if you continually kill him, it adds more things in there. But again, this will do it for the live stream tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Absolutely love answering the questions. Did quite a bit of the campaign push, almost to chapter 30 at this point. Went ahead and cleaned out the Misty Valley, which is awesome. If you guys have not seen, go ahead and make sure that you check out all of the new codes. I believe there's 5 of them in total. They're all in the community tab on the chest. Open the chest in the trading hub. Oh, is that where it's at? Hasn't received any chests yet. So we don't have any chests, but we got stuff in here that we can trade them for. So this is what popped in here. And I know here, this is kind of the regular store. So even looking here, 20 amplifying emblems for 300, which we don't have emblems in here. So this is all we have right now. This is the tier 1 chests, I guess. And it looks like there's 72 of them and then maybe 64 of them. So it looks like you can bid, or 64 is the current bid. I don't know. I'm going to have to check it out and see what's going on there. LeBlaze, yeah. Says we haven't gotten any chests yet. So like I said, that will do it for tonight. Does the AE reward after it's ranked? I don't know, Nashville. We'll have to see. So I did do damage. We did kill the boss. So overall, the boss is dead for today. So we'll see where we're at. Again, thank you guys for joining me for the live stream tonight. Absolutely love answering the questions. Check out the channel. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Anything that we get in Super Chat, anything that we get through YouTube revenue is what we put back into this account. As you can see, we're at 4,800 already. So definitely making some progression. But thank you guys for joining me tonight for the live stream. And as always, thank you guys for watching.